In this episode of English Win, we're going to talk about how to find an apartment to live in an English-speaking country like America. Welcome. If you're watching this video, you want to know how to rent an apartment in America, this video will take you through the steps that you need to go through to have a place to live in an English-speaking country like the United States. Now keep in mind, this is mostly based on my own personal experience. I've lived in apartment complexes before, and what I've experienced might be different from you, but this is how I experienced it for myself, and this is also how I think you will experience it. In America, most people rent when they live in apartments. They don't buy. However, in some major cities, they do buy individual apartment units. You just need to check your real estate market to see whether they rent or whether they sell and which one you want to do. So, let's begin the steps. Step one, you have the internet, right? You're watching this video. I want you to go to a search engine like Google, Yahoo, Bing, Startpage, whatever. Go to your search engine and type in apartments and then the name of the city you want to live in. After you hit search on that search engine, you will come up with a list of results for places that are renting apartments, or maybe websites that can help you find apartments in the area you want to live in. So I want you to look at those listings on those websites and see what kind of things you might want in your apartment. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what do you need, and how much it might cost. Then we'll move on to step two. So step two is contact the apartments that you are interested in and also contact an apartment locator. Now, an apartment locator is good because when you go to that city, an apartment locator can drive you around the city, talk to you about the neighborhood so you can get used to the city, and also show you the inside of many different apartments that you're looking for. An apartment locator can help you broaden your options. So maybe searching online, you'll find one or two places you would like to check out. An apartment locator can show you 2 or 3 more. So now you have options. Once you've identified your options, we're going to go to step 3. Step 3 is you meet the people at the apartment. Who manages the apartment? You're going to go and meet these people and start negotiating with them. Now, if you're in a big city with a lot of jobs and a lot of people moving to that city every day, the people who manage the apartments are going to have most of the negotiating power. So don't be surprised if you see high prices. But if the price is good enough for you, then you can accept it and move on to step 4. Step 4 is kind of a due diligence on both sides. You're going to see the inside of the apartment if you haven't yet. And then the apartment doesn't just rent to anybody. They only want to rent to certain types of people. For instance, if you have committed violent crimes, they probably do not want to rent to you if it is a very high rent apartment complex. Also, they need to see maybe a bank statement or a paycheck showing that you either have a job or have the money to pay for the apartment. Because if you don't have the money, it's going to be a waste of their time and yours to move into that apartment unit. Also, if you don't have the money or a job, you may need somebody else to guarantee and sign for you, like a parent or a relative who can pay your bill if you can't. So if you have that, good. If not, you may need to look for a different apartment that has different terms. Let's go to step 5. In step 5, you will read over the rules. Different apartment complexes have different rules, like pets, firearms, different things you can do at night, different things they expect as far as cleanliness goes, how clean the apartment is. And you need to read over those rules and sign an agreement saying you have read the rules and you understand them. Then we'll go to step 6. Step 6, the apartment manager is going to ask for you to provide some money up front in the beginning. And this money is going to be the first month's rent, sometimes also the last month's rent, and then also a security deposit. A security deposit is money you give to the apartment manager so that after you move out, they can do repairs and cleaning so that the apartment is ready for the next person to move in after you are gone. Now, if you take very good care of your apartment, they won't need to clean and they won't need to do any repairs, and you can get some or all of that security deposit money back. Step 7, you've signed your lease and now you are moving in. That's good. But now you get your keys, your parking permit if you have one, if you have a car, and then also some papers. Now these papers, they will want you to turn in 1 or 2 days. You go to the apartment, you go inside, congratulations, you now live there, and now you're going to take that paper and walk around to every room of the apartment and look for anything that might be damaged or not working properly. If you see anything cracked, dented, kind of knocked about, you want to make a note of it. What room it's in, describe what is broken or not working, or what isn't in good condition. You make a note of everything in the apartment that's like that and sign your name on the paper and give that to your apartment manager. That way, when you move out, none of those things are your fault because you documented them that the first day you moved in, everything was already like that. Because if something is like that when you got there, you shouldn't have to pay for it. So that is to protect you, and it's also to protect the apartment in case anybody lies. All right, let's go to step 8. Step 8 is congratulations, you now have a place to sleep. Your next step, get yourself some furniture. That is it on finding a place to live in America if you're interested in apartments. Now, if you liked this video, please subscribe so you can get more videos like this on how to live and work in the English-speaking world. You may also be interested in my opening a new bank account video and also my pronunciation playlist up over here. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll hear from you again maybe next week. Until then, keep winning, English winners.